less now than a month away from the season kicking off.
I mean, Neto's a no-brainer, innit? You know, he's got the Premier League experience that we spoke about. Good player. He can play on both sides as well. But the thing about him is his injury record. That's the thing. You know, do you want to take a gamble on that? And realistically, how much is he going to cost as well, Giuseppe? Have you kind of looked into it?
Yeah, so because Neto, like, I want to be real. If you could offer me, and this might sound controversial, if you could offer me him with no guaranteed no injuries, which you can't do, I would take him over Williams. I'd take Neto over Williams. But the injury thing is but about 50 million.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yes, I would go for him. Maybe take a chance on him, you know. But listen, take it from me as a Chelsea fan, yeah. Looking at these guys, like for example, in Cuckoo, he sounds good on paper, but if he's never there, what's the point? That's the problem. Yeah. That's the problem.
Brother, you're talking to an Arsenal fan. We were the hospital before you guys, mate.
Oh yeah.
This man grew up with Diaby, bruv. Diaby was the guy.
True say, but I'm talking about recent, bro. Recent, you know what I mean? Me and Terry have had a lot of injuries, so take it from us. You know what I'm saying? But looking, who else? I'm trying to think of who else they can go for, man. Matoma, that's kind of gone quiet with him. Like he's just come off a season where he was injured as well. The guy that just went to Aston Villa that they've brought back, he would have been a good little shrewd signing as well. To be fair, is it Jaden Philogene? I think I say his name. He's gone back to Villa. He would have been decent. But yeah, man, Neto. I think Neto should be your main target there. To be honest.
Yeah, for me, it's Neto. If we can't get him, I know obviously the injuries are a factor. Chiesa's not a bad shout for the price that he's going for.
25 million.
The thing is
old. He's only about 26, I swear. I swear he's 26, 27. I don't think he's that old. Chiesa, let's see how old he is. Federico, 26. He's
26. That's perfect.
He'll turn 27 in October, so he turns 27 this season. If you can get him for like 25 million pound, that really ain't. The only thing that would worry me is that Spurs are heavily linked to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like who else is it? I'm trying to think of wingers in the league.
How about Mohamed Kudus from West Ham?
Yeah. Now he would be a no-brainer for me. I think he would be amazing for us. I just don't think we'd get him for anything under 60 million.
His release clause expired now as well.
Yeah. Apparently they said if anyone wants him, it's going to be 80 million plus, which is quite expensive. I don't think we'll sign him for that, but he would be a great player for us. I think Neto. The thing is with Neto, which the reason I'd love us to get him, and I think he would be a great option, is that we wouldn't be so heavily reliant on him, and maybe we can manage his injuries back into the team. So that comment, no, I don't want him.
How about Rafinha?
Rafinha, I'll take. Rafinha, I think he'd be a great sign. I think he'd have a point to prove coming back to the Premier League. Ferran Torres, I don't like his attitude. I don't really like him as a player personally. I don't think he's as good as what he thinks he is and what is made out of him. And Bueno's a really funny one as well, you know, because
Bueno's good, man.
I look at him and I always, for some reason, think he's like 28 or something. But the brother's like 23. Like he's so young. Like he could be.
It's the hair. The hair's gone.
And another one is Sane. I think Sane would be a phenomenal one if you could pry him away from Bayern Munich. And I think we could. He said he don't really look like he wants to leave Bayern, but I think if you give him a great offer, I think he would leave Bayern. So Sane,
you definitely, bro. You definitely need to bring a backup for Saka this summer. Like it's a must. It's a must, yeah. Because last year he still put up the numbers, but bro. Come on, this guy's got to get some rest. He's got to get some rest. And Martinelli, you don't know how Martinelli's going to come back next year.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think the thing is as well, and I want a type of Neto, Sane, Williams sort of winger to come in for him. I want a direct, fast-paced winger who's actually a different option, because it don't only have to be when you want to rest him. It's certain games you don't have to play Saka, or you can say, you know what, this game we're gonna go against this team. We're gonna go for a count. Like when you play a City away at the Etihad, you can say, "I will say Saka's always gonna play that game." Let's be honest. But on the left hand side, you'll say, "Oh, we'll play Williams, or we'll put Neto on the left hand side for this game because he's going to be direct and he's gonna for a counter attack or something like that." Because I'm a firm believer where no team should have one style of play. You should have the ability to have different styles of play. Depends on how the team set up against you.
So basically, you want someone like Madueke then, yeah? Someone direct.
I like Madueke. No, brother. I like Madueke, bro. I am one of the guys that said I'd go and sign Madueke. If Chelsea didn't want him, I'd sign him as a backup for Saka. I think he's a guy that would be a perfect backup for Saka. I don't know if I don't think he's ready to be a star.
Bro, look, Man United have got Anthony, cut price 25 million available.
Just for that skill move, I'd never want him at my club.
They've got Palestri. They've got Palestri that's still there as well, man. You can take him, man.
But we've got our own Saka now in Ahmad, so we're good.
Bro, Terry, we'll talk about him off camera. Don't worry about that.
We'll talk about fucking on camera.
Hey.
But no, look. I think I do get what you're saying. I don't even think it's back up to Saka. I think Saka needs someone to challenge him. I think Arsenal need to bring someone in. Saka's going to be the guy to start the season. There's no doubt. But you need to bring someone in who has the ability, consistency, and mindset to say, sorry, Sak, you're sitting on that bench, bro. And that should... I know there are still Arsenal fans who look at that and go, but it's our Saka. Yes, but you need that competition for places. You need that mindset of nobody's position is safe as long as they are performing.
The thing that these Arsenal fans that I struggle to understand with them, yeah, you literally saw one of your players in a Jack Wilshere get burnt out. You saw him get burnt out and end up retiring at a young age because he was overplayed from young. Same thing as Saka. You don't want that to happen to Saka, bro.
I agree. Man United are linked to Ugarte, with Mendy. There's talk of Rabiot. I love what we've done with Amrabat. We've basically said we want him, but we ain't paying those fees that those bums before us negotiated. We'll renegotiate or we'll walk away. But we want at least 2 more midfielders, it looks like, because they're smart. They know that you can't be playing Mainu week in, week out from the age of 18 because you could look what Pedro's going through. Look what Jack Wilshere went through. Look what Michael Owen went through. Theo Walcott. Every now and then you get an outlier. You sort of, even with Fabregas and Rooney, they still, by the time they both got to like 28, 29, started to really fade.
Bro, look at Hazard. Look at Hazard, bro.
Hazard again. Yeah, I mean, exactly. When you start young and you play those games, I would like us to do that. So I do think I would hate, as an Englishman, I would hate to see Saka do another couple of years where he's playing 60-odd games a season, playing through all those injuries, never really getting a rest. I just don't see it being good for him.
No.
I just don't see it being good for him at all.
It's not, man. And like Giuseppe said, listen, different players suit different teams. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if you want someone that's a little bit more direct than Saka in certain games, that'll be a good option to have, man.
Yeah, Saka, I feel sorry for him as well because he also gets so much pressure. Like if he's ever having like that whole limp thing that people laugh about, like
Limp Biscuit. I think Henry calls him Limp Biscuit. Yeah,
say Limp Biscuit.
Yeah, like it's not a fake thing. Like we've all played football here. I'm gathering, so you know that sometimes, like
I was a baller, bro.
When you're playing a lot, and you're
old man, I am now.
No, we need a charity game just on that as well. Yeah, we need a football terrace charity game. Man.
On that, I played a couple of times when we were in Germany. Loved it. I ain't played in years. I went and had my knee scans since I got back on a fucking tore cartilage in my right knee. Just old age. But I'm pissed. I scored.
Sorry, what are you left with?
Both.
Oh, okay. I saw your videos. I thought it was left
so it's weird, right? So if I'm passing the ball on the ground or kicking a dead ball, taking a penalty, free kick, whatever it may be, I use my right foot. When it comes to volleying, because I was left foot, strangely, because I was left footed to kick when it comes to fighting, I like to volley on my left leg because it's my power leg. So I'm really, it's very weird. Like I can use both feet in football. I'm an okay footballer, but I scored a ridiculous volley with my left foot. KJ lost his bag when he got back from Germany and lost the hard drive with it on.
Hey, KJ's enemy of progress. He has it. He doesn't
honestly, I was genuinely. I mean, it's not even like a flex thing. It's probably the best goal I've ever scored in my whole life, and it was, and I had to score to stay in. It was literally like, it was a haymaker, a alley-oop. Let's do it. Yeah, it was just, let's see what happens. And it went in. It hit the post and everything and went in. And I was honestly, it was, we had a little group of people watching us. They went mad. They didn't even know us. We were celebrating in different languages. And KJ lost it on the train. I'm hopeful that it's found. They think his bag might be found, but it takes about 2 weeks to process lost property. You know how bad England is for stuff like that. They're like, we may have found it, but it gets sent to this depot and then to this one. We won't know for 2 weeks if we've got it. So I'm just praying they've got his bag because I want to be able to show that. Plus, I need to show more of David. I need to show more. Do you know what, though? I'm going to big David up here. When we play games, an actual match, David was different level. He's kind of limited technically, but in a game, he was actually really good.
You were playing at 11 aside?
No, we played like sort of 3v3, but like,
that. Yeah.
But it's in like general. He was good. Oh, he was okay in the game, much better than when we were doing like the challenges and stuff like that. Yeah. But I suppose the game is real football, isn't it, as opposed to the drills? But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. This here says, why Williams, 1 good Euros and a subpar La Liga, plus he plays left wing, get a right winger to cover for Saka. We don't need a left winger.
I mean, when it's these young players, like there's only so much you can say about them. They can't have a portfolio of 10 years to look at. Sometimes you have to look at people from ability that you've seen them produce and say, well, if they can produce that ability, that means they can produce that ability, you know, and we feel like it will suit our club. I get what he's saying, but you're also not going to spend 120 million pounds on Williams. You're going to pay his release clause, which is a decent price.
Your club ain't going to do that, Giuseppe.
No, I know we won't. I'm just saying to his comment of why we would go for maybe a Williams. Like I'd understand if you're saying we got to pay 90 to 100 million for him, and you could say one Euros and a decent season in La Liga, and you're spending 100 million. But if you're spending 45 million on him after that, that's a great gamble to take.
Yeah.
I hope Chelsea get that one, man. Honestly, I'll be serious on that left-hand side, man.
I want to say this. Yes, I use both feet. I'll give you an example. If I'm going through on goal, if I'm forcing to my left or my right, I'm just as comfortable. I don't care. So yeah, but I'm not trying to make out. I'm not trying to make out like I'm a brilliant footballer. I'm not. I'm very aware of it. Like, I'm a average Sunday league footballer, but I'm comfortable going both the inside and the outside because I can use both my feet. But what's weird about it is that I was right-footed most of my young life. And then when I got into kickboxing and karate and martial arts seriously, turns out I was left-footed at that, but right-footed at football. But it means I'm now comfortable on both feet. It's very weird. I don't quite get it. It's like being right-handed when you right, but then you start playing darts and you suddenly use your left. It made no sense, but it just is what it is. But I'm not making out like I'm a good footballer. That would be weird. Man.